Hello, you guys, and welcome to Reviews with Whitney D. I am Whitney D. Let's get into this, shall we? It's just my view. Hey. I digress. It's exciting. All right, hello, you guys. I really do not report on this man. It's very seldom that I do, but I got a great response in regards to Azriel Clary's father coming out in regards to just kind of setting the record straight about his daughter and, quote unquote, groupie, clout chasing, wanting the bag or whatever. He just came to kind of set the record straight. Check out that video. Go look in the playlist or just go check my videos out. I may even post it above where you can click the link. In sidebar, I had one particular individual comment about me smacking. So, with that being said, I just want to clarify something. Those that are subscribers, and those are the ones that I actually listen to because they're showing their support, okay? Nonetheless, those that are subscribers are aware that, and I've even spoke about this, that I had a speech impediment at one phase or two of my life, had a very strong sense of stuttering, okay? And so what you're hearing me is not smacking, that's smacking. But what you're hearing me is breathing in between my speech, okay, so I can better articulate. As well, you're hearing me probably swallow, okay? I do apologize if those things are irritating to you or if I'm doing these things more often than none. You are more than welcome to go to the next video or get off my channel. Anyways, now into this whole video, okay? There was something that TMZ caught, which I would have to agree with Mr. Clary. And I'm just going to let you see the video and come back with my commentary, okay?
When we do get a glimpse of her, like in Chicago driving, that's something that she should have been doing the whole time. That's it's saddened our hearts because this was she left doing. As we all left with a car in the driveway, driving and enjoying life. I heard the whole situation about it, and I know TMZ was not the original outlet to that, but I know who was. And all I'm saying is everybody in America is smart enough to understand and pay attention to things that make sense. Let's say that. So if we paying attention to things that make sense, then let's think about it. The angle of the way it was recorded. They happened to pull up on there with just enough time to get them from the side. Most people won't drive in a car beside you or follow you and get the picture that way. But so however it happened, know that it wasn't by accident. And, I love my child. I really do. But what I do fear for my child right now, because I think she's in a in a situation she has no clue to how many snakes is around her and how many people are playing this game with her life, with her in the situation. It broke my heart for me to say months ago that that my daughter couldn't be have to stick around now because all they're going to do is make her the paycheck. I spoke volumes with that. and what's happening, you know. Now they running around, they trying to hustle up the lawyer money. I think that's more degrading than anything that comes out of their camp. Then you got two young women that's running around Chicago and the city they not from, trying to get money up for his defense. I would there's hope in my heart that there's something that somebody around him cleverly trying to do that makes no sense to allow a certain level of confidence to think somebody would do the right thing. So now my daughter's out there alone with, her making woman decisions. My thing to everybody that keep lying and telling these young kids to keep them on there, from the fucking raggedy lawyer, excuse my French, from the lawyer that claim he don't have nothing to do with it, whatever his goddamn name is. He act like he don't have anything to do with it, no control, but he's the main problem. See, one thing I'll tell you about the feds, the lawyers, and your situation, they already have a sense by now what's your outcome, what you gonna be, what you not gonna be, and what you gonna get found guilty of. Either two things: you gonna take a plea like a man, or you gonna tell and try to get yourself a better plea. Other than that, them people either ready to fight or want you to fight.
Okay, so if it was confusing to you, which it shouldn't have been, her father was just stating in regards to what TMZ captured, which was the girls joyriding, how conveniently, joyriding around in Chicago. And so he was just stating that, of course, it was staged, which I believe too. Oh, you just gonna catch somebody driving down the street, and then they kind of look awkward. Me being in this industry, being a model and things like that, you kind of have to be put in positions where, like, you talk to your fellow model on a shoot or scene like that, and it's kind of awkward, and you kind of like, oh, yeah. That's what came off to me. Like, they kind of was like, knew the cameras were going to be over there, and they kind of was like, oh yeah, look at this, and then it, and then the way they just sat there, you can tell once they proceeded to drive off with the for further video, the extended video. You can go to TMZ and find that. I'm not trying to get flagged, but anyways, you can see that it was not that many cars in front of them, so they could have went, but they were procrastinating and trying to stay in their position so they can get shots. Now, what Mr. Angelo was stating, sorry y'all, I'm grabbing something. What he was stating was just that it was staged. While not only that, you have these women driving around trying to collect funds for Mr. R. Kelly because time is winding down. For one, in regards to their estate, because that rumor was out that the Trump Tower location, the apartment, the housing has been paid up for the entire year. This year is winding down slowly but surely. And it's like he's not performing, it's no income. So, I think that these antics that they're doing coming out is something that, him and his team was like, you guys got to get out there. You guys got to try to get some money in here, making appearances, quote unquote, and things like that to that nature. That's what I do believe, without shout out, that is happening, because there's no income coming in. So what's next, And I am a strong performer, strong supporter of Team Truth. I love the Clarys. I love them. Didn't know them before. I didn't even know about the girlfriends until everything came out, which hey, to each their own. But Mr. Clary is a very respectful man, and I love the direction he's trying to take. And I actually watched the whole live, and in the back of my head, I was stating a few things. I feel that it's certain people that get put in situations, God would allow them to be put in certain situations. This goes for you. Maybe this will bless you. Sometimes your specific trial and tribulation and things that you go through is specifically designed for you, because God knows the outcome, for one, and then he knows what you're going to do in the midst of what you're going through. And it was a lot of things that I went through in my life that I wasn't quite of understanding as to why I was going through these things. And people tell you not to ask, Lord, don't question God. No. If you're doing a test or exam, you have a question, you're going to ask the teacher, right? You're not gonna ask your fellow friends and stuff like that. Now if you're doing a test, a test for real, now you ask during assignments and stuff. But if you're doing a test, now it's time to be quiet and to put into action what the teacher has taught you. So sometimes the teacher won't respond to you. And in those times we feel like God is not listening. But nonetheless, if he places you in those situations, it's okay to ask questions. And in those questions, you got to understand that sometimes you're not going to like the answer, but who he has called, he has equipped. So I feel that in a lot of situations, even these young ladies going through all of what they're going through with Mr. R. Kelly, they're going to have a strong testimony, and they're going to be able to change the lives of a lot of young ladies. And I've stated this before, that but we tend to act as if we've never been in a situation where we have been in love, quote unquote. We thought there was some love there until we got out of it on the other side looking, and we're like, oh my God, what the heck was I thinking? You got to understand again that these young ladies were young, 16, 17 years old, getting involved with this man. And to be years in, that's just like if a regular man, if I'm years into a situation, it'd be hard for us grown people to get out of situations that we've been in for years with people, because we feel like we put in time, we feel like we're loyal, you know? And they cannot be good situations, but we stay in there because of time. And if a man gets into your mind, he has you. Me being a Gemini, and I'm not a really believer in astrology, but nonetheless, I'm very intellectual. I love the mind. Like, you get into my mind, you pretty much got me. Sex is great, but you get in my mind, oh, and that's what made me really fall in love with my husband, because our long conversations and talks and things of that nature. But I digress. I just wanted to put this video out there and want to give a response in regards to Azriel's father stating that, he believes that it was set up, and also he just, it's sad to see that his daughter is having to be put in a position to where now she has to wear the pants and figure everything out in regards to this man. But I don't know. Tell me what you think down in the comments below. While you're there, please take out the time to like, share, and subscribe. If you are already a subscriber, hello and welcome. I love you so very much, and thank you for joining the fam. If you are not, do not forget to click that subscription button so you can be a part of this family. I love you. I do. Otherwise, or nonetheless, do not forget to click that notification bell so you know every time I upload. And thank you so very much. Again, this has been Reviews with Whitney D, and I am Whitney D signing off. Bye. I digress. Signing off.